Are we live? Are we live? We'll never know until the thing tells me. Okay, it says it's live. All right, guys, this is actually going to double as a podcast episode, so hang in there with me. Welcome to another episode of the Breakdown with Bonds. I'm your host, Coach Bonds, and we're in the middle of a 2 week fallback into fitness challenge, and that's happening right now in the Fierce and Fit for Life Facebook group. Now, if you're new here, we used to run challenges around the clock. Like we would do like a free 4 day challenge, and then it would lead into a 6 week challenge. And those are so high energy, and they really made a difference in so many women's lives. So I'm contemplating whether we're going to bring that back or whether that's something in the past. Just getting feedback from women in this challenge will let me know if that's something that we bring back. So it's around the clock, something that people can have the opportunity to sign up for once a month for people that need that like jumpstart reset mentality. But today's episode is for people who are kind of stuck in that like all or nothing mentality. Like, if I'm not working out every single day, then what's the point? Or if I'm not doing, if I'm not tracking every single day, then what's the point? Or if I'm not losing weight really fast, what's the point? I want to help you understand what the big picture looks like, and just help you be more realistic. So I had a weight loss journey. I don't think I ever pushed 200 pounds, but I was like at right there, like 198, 199. And that is when I decided it's time to make a difference. And I tried multiple times, multiple ways. The first time, I think I tried beach body, not as a coach, but as a person, I think. I can't remember. The timeline's a little blurry. But I do remember them giving me portion controls. I had to get the color coded portion containers, and then they gave me workouts to do, and then also I had the Shakeology mix. And within like the first week or two, I remember doing that and thinking, first of all, the portion control was the best and only thing about that program that made sense, because it taught, like, I can remember complaining to my friends because I could only have one piece of toast for breakfast, and I was like, the fuck is one piece? And I was literally like having a hard time with eating less food. And now flash forward to where I am, the knowledge, right? I didn't become better than anybody. It's just the knowledge of nutrition and understanding that yes, that one piece of toast was what it needed, what it took for me to lose weight. So I tried I did that one beach body, but it had the shake attached to it, $100 powder that I just didn't really think was necessary. And at the time, I was also studying nutrition and taking weightlifting classes at college, so I kind of knew I did not really need that. I had already taken them like several years in advance. Ooh, my phone. I need to silence that. Me and my oh, ring silent. For those of you paying attention to my social life, like, we are in a wonky place between whether we're going to be roommates or whether we are going to give it another go. But either way, we're definitely talking about making plans to move to Cali sometime in the future because I love it out there. But for now, this is our home. And but even if we do move to Cali, guys, like, I'll still be online and still be doing all this stuff. It's just like, are we gonna start here and open the gym here or start there? That's the actual question. So anywho, getting back to breaking free from the all or nothing mentality and mindset. Um, so yeah, it was the knowledge of nutrition that helped me understand that. But the second thing, what else I did? I did Weight Watch. I never did Weight Watchers. Beachbody. I don't think I did Herbalife, but I did try two different trainers, and neither one of them really worked for me. And instead of just like trying to find ways to stay healthy on my own, as soon as I would stop with a trainer, everything that was healthy about me would just go out the freaking window. Like, that was the end of it. So I want to help you figure out how to break free from that, because it's something that a lot of people struggle with. Like, everybody wants the big change, but your brain doesn't really like, it doesn't rewire overnight. Let me put it that way. There is a theory called repetition and intensity, and it states that your brain is going to change or learn things either through intensity, doing something over and over, or sorry, repetition, doing something over and over, or through intensity, where something boom, like shocks you and shakes you and gets you to make that change. So a lot of you are looking for that boom shock moment, and you just boom, you just have a switch that goes off in your head, and now all of a sudden you eat healthy and you work out. And this is, trust me, this is going to come in handy later. But that's not always going to be available for you. And in most cases, that shock factor usually has to be something negative, right? How many of you have had a positive scare that made you like change? I'm trying to think of one. Getting an opportunity, right, to do something. You may get like an opportunity to perform or to do whatever, and so now you're studying harder, you're practicing, and yes, that simulated the change. But again, something drastic had to happen in order for you to want to do that. It didn't come from within. But usually, more often than not, it's something bad that is intense that happens to us, like the doctor telling you that you need to work out because your health, your A1C, your diabetes, your blood pressure, your cholesterol, like all these things. That's usually the intense moment that makes people change. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to wait. Like that's not the goal. We don't want to wait for that. So that's how intensity works. That's how intensity changes your mind. But the one that is going to take the cake every single time is the all or nothing mindset. All right. So, what is wrong with me? Is the slow and steady mindset, the repetition, the one step at a time. And that's what this is for. Because, and maybe you guys have seen this example, right? Let's say this is one workout. Doesn't look like much, but you got your one workout. Let me make sure that y'all can see my little napkins here. Okay. And then you drink some water instead of soda. Again, doesn't look like much, but it's making moves. And then let's say you do it again the next week. Instead of staying home, you get up and you go, you take care of business, right? And then the next week, you're working out, you're drinking water, and you're going to bed on time. And then the next week, you're working out, you're drinking water, you're going to bed on time, and you start tracking your macros. What else we got? And now it's 4 weeks, and you've been working out, tracking your macros, feeling better, energy's getting better, you're getting regular, so you're pooping more, so the scale starts to actually move. What? And you guys see where I'm going with this. These are little tiny steps over time that you repeat, and before you know it, I'm not going to have a paper towel roll anymore, right? Let's say this is even you. The weight's coming off one habit at a time. But the problem is we don't we don't like that way because you can't really see it. It's not up close and it's not in your face. But I promise you, when it comes to intense things that change you, right? Like let's say winning the lottery, which again, that never helped people. Winning the lottery never made them better with money. Um, the reason why is because there's steps that we are learning and that we're building in that time. And this is going to, you see how long it took just a whole month for me to get someone to do that, to get their steps, get their water, do their workouts. It takes time to build those habits. There's no amount of, oh, I just did this challenge, so I'm going to do everything. Those of you that are even in the challenge, I can tell by the lack of feedback that people are either overwhelmed, they're not as fully committed, and that can give you a few indicators, right? That can tell you that either people don't like to be seen, which is a very fair assessment, or it can let you know that people feel overwhelmed, like this is too much to do. Um, but I want you to really think about what that could also mean because it is a free challenge. And so there isn't that intensity, right? Something to shake you up enough, like, oh, I put my money into this is that. And that's not knocking the idea of a free challenge because there are women that are excited to do it and there are women that are doing it. But my point is that I literally thought I turned my ringer off. How is this? Maybe it's on the MacBook. But anywho, um, slow and steady is always going to win the race because when you're slow and steady you have room to not be perfect, right? When it's slow and steady, you it just means one balanced meal or one healthy meal, not perfect everything for the whole day every week all along. That's super, what's the word I'm looking for, overwhelming. It's just one negative thought, right? Oh, I can't do this, and replace it with I just haven't quite figured out how, right? It's instead of guilting yourself into working out, it's hey, I want to be able to wipe my own ass when I'm 80, so I better start now. These little shifts, these little mindsets, these are little things that can create new thought patterns. And that's what I really want to end with is the neuroplasticity. That's your brain's ability to create new thoughts and new habits. And some of us do not give our brain an opportunity to create new thoughts or new habits simply because we don't put ourselves in the position to do it. We never sign up for any challenges. We don't try to work with a trainer for any amount of time. We don't do those things that would help our brain change and form new connections because 95% of your habits are on repeat from yesterday and the day before. So the day before and yesterday and the day before yesterday, you had thoughts like, I can't do this. This is too hard. I don't have time. That's going to create the habit and the lifestyle of someone that doesn't try and that doesn't put one foot in front of the other to try to get those changes. So here's a couple things that will help. Number one, be aware. Be aware of this all or nothing mentality. The one that says, oh, what's the point of eating good if I didn't work out? Or what's the point of working out if I didn't eat good? That doesn't, one doesn't cancel out the other. You can still go work out even if you didn't eat well today. In fact, like I have my girlfriend sometimes will be like, she'll work out and she'll be like, oh, I'm so skinny. And it's like, it's cute, but we think like that. We think that one workout equals 1 pound lost, and that's not how it works. It's the compound interest. Workout, 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 workout. Oh, snap, I'm 5 pounds down. Not workout one day, 5 pounds down, right? But just pay attention to if I can't go to the gym, I failed. The way to create a new thought pattern is to think about what if the opposite was true. So I can't go to the gym. That doesn't mean I failed. That means I can still do jumping jacks or push ups or squats or something at home to show my brain that I really do want this. And that's another part is you have to show your brain proof of this new life that you're saying that you want because you're in action. Your psychology and your physiology are like this. And if you say psychologically that you want one thing, but your physiology, your actions don't align with it, you create a cognitive dissonance within yourself and you don't really believe yourself. And it's hard to get anything going and get any kind of momentum going if you don't believe in yourself. Second, reframe judgment or replace judgment with curiosity. Instead of, oh, I'm so lazy, or oh, this is so hard, or oh, I've never been able to do this, ask yourself why. Why do I feel so lazy that I can't do this? Is it because I maybe work a lot? Is it because I maybe work a lot and don't necessarily fuel my body so it has energy and I'm just running off of caffeine and hopes and dreams? Is it because I say yes to everybody else but I don't say yes to myself? Is it because I don't schedule my workouts or my meal prep time but I schedule everything else? Is it because I leave things to chance? Again, this is not you, oh, you're so bad, you're so lazy, you can never get this right. This is you just asking yourself the questions that some people pay me to ask them at the end of the week. Things to be considered. What else we got here? And so instead of looping, because you create a loop of like shame and fear when you do that, now we're creating a new neural pathway of curiosity. You get so much more done with curiosity versus the shame. Shame shuts you down. Keep that in mind. What else we got? Anchor yourself or ground yourself in the identity that you want to create, not the outcome. There's a new identity that you're trying to create in this weight loss journey, in this body recomposition journey, in this health journey. Maybe one that is more disciplined, maybe one that loves herself more, maybe one that takes action. I don't know. But I need you to anchor into who you want to be on the other side of this versus anchoring yourself into, I got to lose this weight. It's got to be 10 pounds. Because you could lose 5 pounds and look way better, or lose 20 pounds and not look so great, or not show it all because it all came from visceral fat that you can't see. This is why we don't rely on the scale. Um, and then number four, if you're taking notes, number one was being aware of what you're doing. Can't do anything if you're not aware. Number two was replacing judgment with curiosity. Number three was anchoring to your or grounding to your new identity, not the outcome. And number four, little micro commitments, right? Okay. 5 minutes of a workout. Okay. One glass of water before coffee. Okay. 3 deep breaths before scrolling and ask yourself, what am I looking for while I'm scrolling? These are baby steps that like prime you for taking action and making change in your life. All right. And then track your paper towels. I always say what's not measured can't be managed. And some of us are trying to lose our weight without measuring the habits that it takes to lose your weight. Imagine if you were trying to start a business or start a project or do something without any little mini mile markers in between. Most of y'all think that the scale is a mini mile marker. It's not. The scale is just I don't have the patience to talk about how the scale does not tell the whole story. But if you're new here, the scale is just a measurement of the clothes you're wearing, the poop you have, the bone density that you have or don't have, your blood, your water, and then yes, the fat or the muscle that you have. Muscle does weigh, okay? Fat does weigh. Neither one of those weigh more than the other. A pound of muscle is a pound of fat. So get that out of your head. But what will happen is that if you lose weight while lifting weights, you'll see the you might start losing visceral fat, but you won't look any different. And that means you're losing fat around your organs, which is a good sign. You may also see that the scale doesn't move because while you're losing fat, you're also gaining muscle. This is a good sign. But relying on the scale is going to mess you up. Take measurements, take pictures, and pay attention to your health, which will be reflected by you making little baby steps like drinking water and paying attention to protein, that sort of thing. So, anywho, we're about to wrap up. I'm actually proud of myself for staying on point. I was like, we're gonna do 15 minutes, because if not, you could talk for an hour. So this all or nothing mindset, it's got to go. It just needs to be rewired. Your brain needs to be rewired for consistency. Your brain needs to be rewired for compassion towards itself. Consistency, compassion, and curiosity. Ooh, I like those. And it will make these small little steps pile up to a whole lot in the end, because every sign that you show up for yourself is a signal to your brain, like, I can do this. We're learning, we're making progress, and we're making changes. So don't forget about your paper towel stacks when you're thinking about the all or nothing mentality. And then, oh, my favorite last one: if you missed your shower, would you not shower the next day? Would you say, oh, I can never keep up with these things, and just stop? Or would you just shower at your earliest convenience? That's the way that you need to move when it comes to your fitness journey. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you for everyone that is participating in the 14-day Fall Back into Fitness Challenge. DM me if you guys have any questions, or if you would like to know more about how to join that client community. Not client community. This is an open community for those that are wanting to lose weight, wanting to get stronger, and just getting personal health and fitness tips throughout the week and month. Take care, and I will see you guys next time on the Breakdown with Bonds.